2 days and 2 hot fixes, so we'll be going over both of them in today's video. Getting started with the first of two. The release of Mesa Heirloom has finally come along. This happened about a day and a half ago. Was a little bit busy, so apologies for the late upload. But, of course, Mesa released along with everything shown here. But for our fixes, we have cases of clients desyncing during Sirius and Orion Celestial Clash, which would cause issues with relic rewards in Void Fissures. There are cases of clients teleporting to previous locations during the Celestial Clash, primary compression not reducing the explosive range and increasing damage for the Tenant Envoy while aiming down sights. When dying as the secondary sun, it resulted in having no secondary weapon after reviving, and the special state for like Last Gasp, Temporal Anchor, Sevagoth's Shadow, you don't get teleported by the objective countdown timers in Uranus Proxima. These all have been fixed. However, there is still an issue for Inaros and his death state. There's also instances of players getting stuck in mission load until they restart. That's since been fixed. The handling has been improved for crashes running out of memory. The Imperator Vandal was receiving a duplicate entry in player profiles, and the secondary sun of Sirius and Orion was being able to bypass weapon restrictions in Sword A missions. Now onwards to the rest of Sirius and Orion. Crazy how buggy this frame is. The Mausolon not consuming ammo when equipped by the secondary sun. Secondary sun being able to enter a warframe restricted area, and therefore cinematic in the Angels of Zariman quest. Swapping to Sirius and Orion from a warframe with an exalted weapon resulted in that exalted weapon's icon appearing next to the secondary sun's name in the arsenal. Sirius and Orion being tiny in the Jordis Golem assassination extraction cinematic, if you extract it as the secondary sun. Sirius and Orion getting kicked out immediately after entering points of interest in Railjack missions. The vehicles tab was not properly displaying in the base of operations arsenal if it was swapped to from Orion. However, this issue still does occur when accessing arsenal in different hubs. They fixed the secondary sun appearing in a cinematic during the old Peace quest, along with a certain cinematic fading out to a permanent black screen in the old Peace quest if Sirius and Orion were equipped. They fixed minor diorama issues in Sirius and Orion's ability screens, along with Sirius and Orion having the incorrect sights equipped during a segment in the Jade Shadows Constellation quest. They fixed various chest armor offset issues, along with a script error when casting Well of Life. Now for the Uranus Proxima fixes, they fixed the Vina and Ryoku fight not starting if a squad mate was dead upon entering the boss room. They fixed cases of fog being incredibly bright on low-spec machines. Fixed cases of vault doors remaining open during the Maw-bound director fight, resulting in players getting stuck outside the room. They fixed players being locked outside of Sister Fight if they died and it was triggered, and then revived afterwards. They fixed cases of the Mega Coil Power Cell counter not updating a second stage of Ryoku. Necromechs not being disabled after host migration in all Uranus Proxima missions. They fixed Uranus Proxima missions not ending if the player ran out of revives or the Railjack suffered an explosion catastrophic failure. They fixed Vina missing a hacking animation. They also fixed the borrowed Railjacks using players' tactical mods after host migration. A case of Excalibur Umbra falling out of the map if they entered the Ram sled while in transference during Scoria Angel missions. Cases of waypoints not appearing for clients in the destroyed captured ice block in the Kuva Witch mission. And various VFX, lighting, performance, and script errors being fixed here. Now onward to rest of the fixes for this patch. They fixed the base damage added from the Distressa's Incarnate Evolution 1 and 2 not being effective in the Arsenal stats. That was a UI only issue, so it doesn't change the performance of the weapon. Toggling hide equipped in the mods menu of the trading screen resulted in the menu resetting to the All tab. A progression stop was fixed in the old Peace quest if you kill enemies too quickly during a certain segment. They fixed one of the starter quests, the Last Gambit quest, becoming progression stopped if a specific situation happened while the warframe was in a special state, such as Noko's reroute or Sevagoth's shadow. They fixed sending a protoframe a birthday message from the 99 calendar, bringing players to Hex Kim's screen instead of the protoframe who was celebrating their birthday. Radiation barrels spawning in the Corpus ship's tile set following its remaster were fixed. The Obex and Distressa Incarnate dioramas being too zoomed in. An infinite mission countdown occurring after using the Visit Maru option in the Ayatan treasure screen while already in Maru's Bazaar. They fixed Latrox Une and Jarkar Lar's introductory transmissions not playing in missions. These are the Railjack crew members that you can recruit during the post-story of Jade Shadow's Constellations. The Ghostly Drifter was fixed from disappearing after changing your Drifter's appearance in the New War quest. They fixed players not being able to see the newly unlocked events and nodes until relog after completing Vor's prize. They fixed offset issues with the Doris Prime armor set on Varuna's Void Shell. And a couple of other script error fixes and VFX to Jade. Now for the most recent hotfix, which happened earlier today at roughly 5 hours ago at time of recording. We have the image description right here. Towering over the Drifter in the dry dock is a vessel, pale skin with intricate scar patterns covering the sleeping giant as we see the vastness of space behind. Our 10 Alive 2026 relay gave players the ability to customize their vessel as we set sights on Tau. While the relay has now been retired for another year, this hotfix brings vessel customization to all Tenno. So, what this means is this big guy right here, if you have done any of the Murmur quests, you would likely know exactly what this is. The vessel you can now customize in any dry dock. Doesn't matter if it's dojo, doesn't matter if it is at a specific relay. You're no longer locked to the Tenno Live relay in order to be able to customize. So that is quite exciting. There are no other changes though, but it seems, based off of this, for the list of known issues that are on our radar to visit the threads, it does seem we will be getting more hotfixes during Jade Shadow's Constellations, so we will be covering them. But as always, if this helped you out, which I hope it did, be sure to leave a like, and I shall see you on the next one. Peace.